Hi everyone, in this video I'll give a brief review of the game engines that I have experience with and rank them based on different criteria such as best for 2D or 3D games, best for beginners and so on, and also the best overall game engine in my opinion. So make sure to stick through the video and maybe it will help you decide which is the best game engine for you this year. Now let's start with Unity. I think Unity is the most widely used game engine right now. You can build games for more than 20 different platforms such as desktop, mobile, different consoles, even Nintendo Switch, web games and more. Unity mainly uses C# programming language but also has a visual scripting system where you can make games without coding. It is a very capable engine for 2D and also for 3D games, offering a great variety of tools and systems to help with development. The engine is very beginner friendly as it has great documentation and lots of tutorials made by Unity but also by the community itself. You can find videos or posts on forums pretty much about anything you would want to do in your game. It also has an asset store where you can find high quality paid or free game assets. An example of very popular games made with Unity are Pokemon Go, Hollow Knight, Rust, Hearthstone, Fall Guys, Valheim and a lot more. As you can see, it has been used for many successful titles, both indie and AAA. Next we have Unreal Engine. Similar to Unity, Unreal Engine is also one of the most used and most popular game engines and has been for many years, especially for AAA games. It excels for 3D games, especially games where good graphics are mandatory. It has many tools and systems, including the powerful Nanite and Lumen, created to provide great visuals and performance. Now for 2D, Unreal is not very 2D friendly as it used to be, and is nowhere near Unity's 2D capabilities in my opinion. Unreal uses C++ programming language but offers a very powerful visual scripting system called Blueprints. It has a decent and growing documentation with many tutorials. However, it has a steeper learning curve, therefore being harder for complete beginners. Similar to Unity, it has a great marketplace with free and also paid high-quality assets. Examples of popular games made with Unreal are Fortnite, Batman Arkham series, PUBG, Ark Survivor Evolved, Tekken 7 and many other AAA titles. The third engine that I have experience with is Godot. Now Godot is growing fast in popularity lately, mainly because of the Unity price drama, which made many people look for a better and free solution to game development. Godot is an open source and very lightweight game engine compared to Unity and Unreal, but also very powerful. It can be used for both 2D and 3D games on different platforms, but the main strength of the engine at the moment is the 2D, where it offers a great workflow with many tools. Many people switch from Unity to Godot because it is a great alternative to Unity, especially for 2D and maybe for 3D in the future as Godot keeps growing. The engine uses a custom programming language called GDScript, which is very similar to Python and very beginner friendly. It also supports C#, C and C++. It has a great engine documentation and decent tutorials which keep improving with the recent rise in popularity. It also has an asset library, not as good as Unity or Unreal's, but there are plans to improve it in the near future as the engine grows. There are not many popular games made with Godot, but some of them are Cassette Beasts, Potato, Halls of Torment and Sonic Colors Ultimate. And lastly we have Defold, which most of you may not know about as it is not very popular. I discovered this engine about a year and a half ago and actually liked it a lot. Defold was developed and used internally at King, the company that created Candy Crush Saga and many other successful mobile and web games. It has been open source and available to the public for a few years now. It is a very lightweight engine which can be used for both 3D and 2D games for different platforms, but same as Godot, it has way better tools for 2D, especially if you want to make mobile or web games. It uses the Lua programming language, which is similar to Python but even easier and faster. It has good engine documentation but lacks a lot of community tutorials as it is not very popular, as I mentioned. This is most likely because Default, being lightweight, does not offer many built-in systems and most of the stuff you have to make from scratch or do more extra coding compared to Unity or Godot. So even if the engine is great in my opinion and offers a nice workflow, I would not recommend it for complete beginners. I would only recommend it if you have experience in coding or game development and want to make mobile or web games. Defold also has an asset library where you can get different assets and systems to help speed up your game development. Same as Godot, there are not many popular games made with this engine, but some of them are Family Island, Monkey Mart, Void Scrappers, Plague Lords, and some of King's games such as Blossom Blast Saga and Pet Rescue Puzzle Saga. Now, as a final conclusion and based on my experience, the best overall game engine right now for me is Despite the recent drama and Unity losing the trust of many developers, I still think that it is the best overall game engine right now for indie game developers. However, I think Godot is going fast and is already giving Unity some competition, so if you're just starting your game development journey, Godot is also a viable option. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts about the video, either you agree or disagree with my takes. Also, let me know what do you think is the best game engine right now, or if you have any other favorite game engines. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe.